There are usually 6 stages of going from total numbness to your first real cry. This is how it happened for me. This is how I went from chronic numbness to my first real cry. For a long time, I couldn't feel anything. No sadness, no anger, nothing, just numb. And I believed it was my superpower. And honestly, I just didn't know how to feel. I kept thinking many times, am I doing this right? Or why isn't this happening? It felt like trying to learn a new language. So you can say the first stage is the stage of confusion. You're doubting yourself. Every time I try to feel, my mind would jump in. Come on, cry. Why can't you do this? What's the point of all this? It was like the first week at the gym. It's awkward, sore. You got no idea what you're doing, and so zero results. But I kept trying. Over time, I realized if you persist, eventually it leads you to the second stage. And the second stage is surrender. So over time, something then clicked in me. I realized, okay, you don't force emotions. You can't control them. You can't make shit happen here, just like, normally in life. You surrender to them. And so I softened, I stopped controlling, and quietly told my body, if something's in there, please help me. I don't know how to do this. And so that is sort of yearning to the body to help. So out of nowhere, then, a tiny cry came through. It was short, unexpected, but it gave me hope. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Which then leads to the third stage of wanting more. And so the next time I tried to repeat it, I expected results. I wanted it to happen again at my beck and call. And so control comes back in. When that happens to you, you switch back from being in the body to being in the head. And as usual, nothing happened. And that's when I realized, okay, feeling isn't an effort. It is more about safety, it is more about surrender. And honestly, a good therapist can help here. Their nervous system teaches you how to relax, which then kickstarts, you can say, the fourth stage of hit and miss. After that, for me, it was just hit and miss. Sometimes little sobs, someday nothing. Frustrating. Some days a little bit more, but slowly my body started trusting me. And I started trusting it eventually, which then leads to the fifth stage of a first real cry. And I still remember the day it happened, the real cry, a deep, whole body cry, and not sure how it happened. I suppose, same as the gym, you don't know how you go from 10 pounds to 50 pounds. It just happens through consistency. But the first cry was so powerful. It was such a thoughtless and a timeless space that when I regained my senses, the first thought in my head was, what the fuck just happened? And my body, I think, said, I happened. So it was one of the most powerful feelings of my life, which then kickstarts the sixth stage and the final stage of the mind body handshake. And what happens is after that, something opens in you. Like I knew deep down, this is the way out. I knew there was a sense that, okay, I kind of have a handle of how this works. So my system softened, my body stopped numbing, it started expressing. There's an handshake, there's an understanding. The body realizes, okay, this guy is serious. This dude is not for faking it, and he really wants to feel it. So this is, you can say, the path that takes you out of dissociation. At least that's what it did to me. And after guiding clients for more than 3 years, I see these exact stages again and again. Everybody who's numb and have never felt feelings go from confusion, then to surrender. Then tiny releases here and there to their first real cry, and then the mind body handshake, the opening. So I suppose it's just not my story. It's how the nervous system comes back to life. I've seen this happen and again and again. Of course, everyone's different. I suppose it's just like riding a bike. You don't really know how balance happens. or just like swimming, you don't really know how floating works. So, in the same way, we all have an intuitive sense of how to feel. We just need to persist so the body gets a message that you're serious. Remember, you are the one who taught the body to suppress in the first place. So you can definitely switch this around. So stick around. We'll go deeper into this. Follow me.